greet someone to the desk in just a little bit. Hi. And you can't speak right now. All right. So I need to I shall turn you up. Anyway is fine, my friend. Anyway is fine. And all is good. All right, so I am going to be casting alongside HeroMarine. It's been a while, actually, since we've cast together.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, it's been a while. Yeah, but it's nice to be here. I mean, I would rather play the final, but...
Yeah. There you go,
HeroMarine
man.
is pretty crazy. Like, he's on fire.
Yeah, I mean, his aggression that he was able to put on against you, and then just now, did you watch that game in its entirety?
I saw it.
Okay.
I was eating and saw the game.
Ah, okay. So what did you think of game number 1?
It looked good for Socke because HeroMarine made a mistake and moved out with the army right before Stim was ready. So Socke got a decent trade. It wasn't perfect. Like, he lost quite a few stalkers. But after that, he killed so many SCVs. And I think he overcommitted for a while. Like, he kept warping in, but Marauders with Medivacs and SCVs are really good against Stalkers. But he kept warping in and tried to fight.
Yeah.
I think he should have rather added the 2 forges and got charged right away. But he made like a second council because he was confused. And then the charge was so late. And I mean, the Stimpack army with Medivacs is just so strong against Gateway, especially when it's only Blink Stalkers. They are like... They just can't fight against it.
You make me really happy, man. Because as soon as he cancelled that second forge, I was like, no. I was a little bit disappointed. I do just, in general, think that maybe if he'd have fallen back and used the stalkers to control a bit more as opposed to the direct engagements, that would have been okay. You can watch on here, Hasso. That's fine. All right, so we're going to get into game number 2 in just a second between these two players. Yonsu will be our maps. Marine's currently 1 game up. My prediction at the beginning of this was maybe like a 3-1 for Marine because he's looking really good against Protoss right now.
Yeah, I think so too. 3-1 is a good prediction, and he only had to play against Protoss. I mean, he only had to practice against Protoss.
Yeah.
And basically also only had to play against Protoss to qualify because usually in the semifinals and finals we meet either Socke, Showtime, or me, and that's exactly what happened. So, yeah. And he was always strong against Protoss, even back in the days when you think of him.
I think he doesn't really do himself justice. Whenever you talk to him, he's like, I don't like playing against Protoss. But then he just comes along and he shows his game. He's like, well, actually, that was pretty good. Like, I think it was the first or second game against you where he was like storm dodging. He has really powerful control.
Like, Storm doesn't do any damage against him.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's really scary. You have like 7 High Templars stood there and they just don't do anything. Like, whoa! All right, guys, let's get into game number 2 as we have spawning up to the top right-hand corner. Currently at 1 game up in this best of 5. He is HeroMarine. And down to the bottom left-hand corner as our red Protoss, he is ATN Socke. So, HeroMarine, I mean, if he's able to win this, if anybody's like, will win this, they get a spot at Intel Extreme Masters Cologne.
Cologne, yeah.
Which is a pretty good prize as well. It's has that happened many times in EPS history? It's just been prize pool mostly, right?
I think it happened at least 2 times that we got a slot for the IEM as well.
Okay.
And like a really long time ago, there was also an event like the EPS winner played against the IEM winner. Things like that happened, but like right now, it's definitely a really good thing to win the EPS because it's so hard to qualify for the current IEM stops because they limited the amount of players. So it's extremely hard to make it through the qualifiers. So if you make it through the EPS, that's just great.
Yeah, it's very impressive, especially since, again, we have a good wealth of talent here in the German scene. It's a lot of fun to end up watching these final brackets, especially since we've not had a Terran here for a long time, man. I'm very excited to actually have a Terran here.
Since like season 2 or something. I think the Muslim wasn't in the final once.
I think I wasn't even at ESL when it happened.
Yeah, that's
and that's
true.
over 2 years.
Yeah, that's how it is, man.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, once again Reaper opening. He always does it, and he always gets like this very early stim. It hits a bit earlier than like the 10-minute mark where Terrans usually push out. It's around I think 9-minute or 9:30 or something, which caught me off guard on the first map, but not on the others. But it's still something you have to watch out.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Reaper opening makes him really safe against any kind of cheese. He will always scout what's going on, and yeah, it's either Reaper opening or CC first for him. He actually never goes like 1 Rex CC. Yeah, because like CC first is just better if you want to go that route.
And he's been able to make that work on the 4-player maps and stuff like that, where I don't think you spotted it and then you went Nexus after Gateway.
Yeah, right. I took out the probes out of gas. And
Is there any particular reason on the 4-player maps you're a little bit more wary about going Nexus first against the Terran here?
well, I did Nexus first on Whirlwind, but that he opened up Reaper on Whirlwind, which is very weird actually. But now on 4-player maps, I think CC first or Nexus first is definitely a very good choice. You can go for that if you want to. While on 2-player maps, it can be risky. Like we've seen Grubby doing proxy gates against 4GG on 2-player maps because 4GG was always going command center first.
Yeah.
So he got punished for that. And yeah, that's what can happen. And if you go Nexus first on this map, like the Reaper will just shred you. It would kill so many probes.
Such a short distance.
Yeah.
Such a small map in general.
It is, yeah.
Very easy to get across then. Well, 2 barracks are going to be added on here for Marine, and no gas just yet, and the second one even, I should say. But, whoop, has to be a little bit careful. But generally, he got away so easily. No, it's like so barely. I think it was on Whirlwind with that Reaper, if you recall, against you. It was on 1 health. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, sometimes they get away with 1 health.
Yeah, it's brutal, man. They just heal up and come right back and be annoying.
Yeah, Reaper is a very, very good tool for Terran to scout. Like, he will probably scout the whole map now. Yeah, that's what he does. Like, the Reaper will jump around to the corners of the map to see if there is some kind of proxy pylon or a Stargate. Or maybe even a council, you never know. And Socke is going for the macro mode. 2 forges on 1 gate.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I wasn't expecting that, actually. That's a bit of a bigger deviation that I normally see in this matchup. It's normally just the 1 forge with the robo and just the kind of standard out play out of it, but double forge.
I like it because, like, I've tried different things against HeroMarine and none of that really worked out. I mean, I won a map, but like even that one was really close, and the other maps he pretty much dominated me. And like the 2 forges, I didn't really try, so maybe Socke thinks it could work.
But he's gonna see it.
Yeah, he will score. Oh no, he misses it. Oh, he saw 1 forge.
Now will he loop back and try and get confirmation? It's going to be dangerous considering how much DPS is already out here for Socke. And
it will get away.
I think that did deny the jump down.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's close.
It looks cool, but
it does look cool. You're right.
Maybe it would have died anyways. I don't know.
Oh well, he only saw 1 forge is the big thing. So HeroMarine doesn't really know much in terms of anything kind of special that's coming out from this game just yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for him. Like, he probably doesn't care about the forge. For him, it was important to see if it's a Stargate or a Twilight Council or Robo. So he didn't saw any of it. So I think he will scan in a few seconds. Okay, he just called a mule. Maybe he has 1 scan. No, not really.
In 8 seconds.
Yeah, let's see. Because he might be a bit confused that he only saw like 1 forge and nothing else. But
yeah. Well, that's certainly the priority here, to try and spot that Twilight Council. He's got 51 energy, but will he do it is the question.
He pushes out at the same time. As I said, like, Stimpack is about to finish at, like, I think minute 9 or something.
It's a strong move.
And that's, yeah, it's very dangerous for Protoss sometimes. And the problem is that you have to use the Nexus Cannon to defend this push, but his medivacs are not that much later. Like, the Nexus Cannon will run out, and then his 2 medivacs will arrive.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I did enjoy the fact that he was trying to get it out at least, the Photon Overcharge initially. And then he, as you can say, he does have the potential to pull back, but he's actually going to go straight for this engagement. Tries to kill off a pylon, and he's going to focus down a few of these units. There's not that many gateway forces here, and the bio doesn't do too badly, but those reinforcing zealots should be able to shut this down.
Yeah, he lost too much here, HeroMarine that is. I mean, he killed 2 sentries and the mothership core, but given that Socke is getting 2-2 now for his gateway forces, that was not worth it. It was. I think it would have been worth it if the Protoss is going for Colossus, but in this scenario, Socke will have like a gateway explosion soon, and that was a really good scan. Wow, he saw everything.
Yeah, reveals absolutely all of this. And well, how do you, if you're in a Terran's shoes now and you see those double forges churning away as well as that Twilight Templar Archives, you've got to be a bit scared.
Yeah, he is. I'm pretty sure he is, because now he knows that his trade wasn't really worth it. He lost so many units, and the Protoss will have a strong force anyway. Like, if Socke would have gone for Colossus, and then you reduce the sentry and the mothership core, then taking the 3rd base is very hard. But if you have 2-2 charge and, like, I don't know, 6 or 8 gateways, then you can still take the 3rd very easy on. And yeah, HeroMarine will be able to push out very soon with the two medivacs. And they're about to pop it like, I think 10:45 or something.
Yeah.
They seem a little bit late. Maybe his build wasn't perfect. But Socke should be fine. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have so much power behind his gateway units, right? I mean, even if he doesn't have that much AoE, which of course he does have at least one Archon there, but they're going to be so tanky if he just waits around for the engagement.
oh, and HeroMarine missed the what is it? A probe or a Phoenix on the? No, it's a probe. Yeah, so pylons will be very annoying. His army was just walking next to the probe.
Drops the scan, has a look at the natural, sees those units now re-entering the defense. And, well, he goes for the time warp here. +2 armor is not finished. He hits just before that 2-2 finishes. And has to be careful. He doesn't have that many gateway units.
Yeah, Socke needs... Okay, he finally finishes the upgrade. So now the Zealots take really long to be killed. He snipes down the sentries. The High Templar will be able to use feedback, but the medevacs are kinda out of energy anyways. But yeah, HeroMarine has to retreat. His main goal is to deny the third base for a while now, as he gets his own third CC, and he can't kill him anymore. Like 2-2 is too strong now.
Yeah.
He needs to get on top of his upgrades. Oh, he gets Widow Mines as well. That's
just
cancels and.
Well, he's trying to bottleneck this up against Zealots. I really, really like that decision, especially since charge is done. You need to try and negate as much of that as possible. Not too bad kiting here as well. Really negating some of the damage from the back there from those Archons, and whilst killing off some of the Zealots, but I think he's making as best he can of it, but he has to retreat.
It's too much. 2 Archons with 2-2 and the Zealots as well to tank for the Archons is just too much.
He's got a few reinforcements back here as well.
Yeah, maybe he could have dropped at the same time, like during this fight. But of course, it's pretty hard to do. Like, there's a lot of things you need to do, like kiting and.
Poor little factory's not going to be able to have any blockage here, as well.
Does he have Storm?
He does have Storm, yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, this army for Socke is just gathering so much momentum, +3 armor on the way. So he's going to end up being at 3-3 if he continues on that path when, well...
oh, what a scout.
Yeah.
Great by Socke, or great for Socke. He gets a Warp Prism. He will probably not start +3 attack for a while, as he wants to go for Harris with the Warp Prism. Maybe like 1 High Templar and 3 Zealots. Let's see if HeroMarine takes a lot of damage when that happens.
Warp Prism is indeed moving out, as you rightly point out, and well, looks like Socke now knows where the majority of his opponent's army is, but he still has to be very careful. Right now he does have a few units here, which is instantly spotted. And he's going to try and drop it.
Oh, that's a very nice move by HeroMarine. He scanned the main base and saw where the units are located. Now he moves in. There's one Storm being used, but it's not really killing that much. Only hurts the units.
Not too bad. He was pushed away at the third base, but this army in the main isn't doing too badly. So
he can forge. He can get the forges, I think.
He's going to focus on a pylon. Those Zealots should be able to buy ample time for him to have to lift out and get away. Meanwhile, Zealot harassment in the main as well. So Socke's playing very well. I mean, HeroMarine's macro has been really on form and on top of things, but at the same time, the upgrades are just making too much of a difference.
Yeah, the upgrades are crazy here for Socke. When +3 armor finishes, and by the way, there's a push going to the third as well. It's not that much. Socke needs to be careful. I don't know where HeroMarine's army is. It's in the medevac storm. Oh, wow.
Oh, he got one of the medevacs. He could have got a lot more, but that Bioforce is still quite strong. We'll push this away for now. Not too bad a storm, and well, the split continues here for HeroMarine, but against these units with the upgrades that they have, it's still going to be very difficult to hold on.
Wow, HeroMarine controls it so well. I can't believe that he almost... I mean, of course, he lost some stuff here, but he managed to survive with 1-1 against, what is it, 3-2 soon? It was 2-2, but 3-2 will be done in a few seconds.
Oh, there's a lot of Zealots here.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, army supplies 67 to 71, and normally what we see from HeroMarine is that ability to just overpower in these bigger engagements against gateway units. But Socke, again, with these upgrades, he's doing all right.
And this time, HeroMarine didn't at the Ghost Academy. Against me, he always got the Ghost Academy quite early, and then he kept pushing, and while he was pushing, he got reinforcements by a few Ghosts. And then that was pretty deadly for me. But in this game, he doesn't have the Ghost Academy.
Yeah, it's like I think even Socke's anticipating it being out, right? With these 2 High Templars in the Warp Prism trying to protect them from EMPs.
Yeah,
it's just not there.
Socke warps in a few more sentries to get the Guardian Shield up for his Zealots again, and the Robo Bay. And yeah, he never started +3 attack. It's just too much gas.
3 High Templars still in this Warp Prism. He's going to charge up with a lot of these Zealots. They do have +3 armor, so they're going to tank quite a lot. That one Storm got a bit of a whiff, and again, HeroMarine with the high ground advantaging.
His control is crazy. Like the way he splits his army, and then he gets like always 10 medivacs. So even if you hit the Storm, they just heal so much. But that was a really good Storm.
Yeah, he overextended a little bit there going down onto the ramp. But you're right, it's a scary thing to behold. I'm scared when this guy's like 18, 19.
And look at this, he actually catches up in upgrades. He just got 2-2, so it's 3-2 against 2-2. But his +3 is, the weapon +3 for Terran is also on the way. So he kind of catches up. I mean, of course he will be behind 1 upgrade, but he made a really good job. The Mothership Core is in danger. Okay, he had to use the Time Warp. Oop, not what he wanted.
And that Warp Prism needs to get out of there, otherwise might get tickled away out. So for now, Mothership Core running away. A few Zealots going to try and head into the natural, but already a few reinforcements if he controls should be able to push that away as well.
And finally he gets the Ghost Academy, and 3 more barracks, and 3-3. So everything is on the way, exactly what he needs, but still he's... what is the SCV count, by the way?
We have 61 to 60.
Against 60, so it's very even in economy. I thought Socke would have more probes, around like 70, but he actually never really perfectly saturated his third.
So far, man, this has been a really good game from both sides.
Yeah.
Well, has to be a little bit careful. Oh, not too bad a Storm actually there, but Marine does bounce out. Not good enough against Marine, that's right.
Not good enough against HeroMarine, yeah. So he gets the Colossus. If he's able, he hides them. So if he's able to get like 3 of them with range before any kind of Viking production starts. Oh yes, okay, there's one with the army. The question is, did HeroMarine saw it? Yeah, probably. So, he makes Vikings. I was just thinking if he can like hide 3 of them and then like 3-3 with range and no Vikings on the field.
That would be sick.
That would be very good. But in this case, HeroMarine saw it, so he started to make Vikings and 4 ghosts at a time. 4th CC, wow. Like, his macro is just very good as well. Yeah. He never misses a beat.
Currently at 100. Well, so Socke was actually supply blocked for a little bit of time here.
His army is move commanding next to Socke's army, so he will get a huge sunk here. Wow.
Nice pickup.
That's very good for Socke. If he gets a good Storm now, he might be able to win this fight.
Well, let's see if the Marine control from Marine can come out and play as the Archons and Zealots trying to charge forwards and try and do the damage that they can. Some nice Storms up to the top right-hand corner, and Socke is evening up the supplies. Army supplies 75 to 83. And Socke,
there are no Vikings. Only 1 of them. 1 Colossus did fall, but most of the army are medivacs. Can Socke reinforce is the question. He almost has no minerals at all.
Doesn't have a really close pylon either.
Yeah, but the War Prism is with it. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Well, not too bad a Storm again will shoo this away, but the medevacs are still alive. It's just the bio that's really taking the barrel. Well, I say that.
The medevac, like, with Afterburner going for the...
It's almost as if he wanted them to die after I'd said that.
I don't need you anymore, you don't have energy.
Well, nice dodge out of those force fields as well. The 2 Colossi doing quite a bit of impact from the back, and that's one Archon trying to wiggle its way through, but he does close the gap with one of those Colossi. There's not enough bio to shut that down.
No Vikings in production for a while. HeroMarine also doesn't have any minerals. He needs to mule the 4th base. He finally gets the orbital command there, and there we go. At least 2 mules.
Look how even it is, though, just in general.
There. Yeah.
But I guess in how, because we haven't actually seen HeroMarine play against full High Templar and Colossi-based styles, because you never really got up to that. How well is he going to be able to cope against this?
That's a good question. I know that he has extremely strong late game against Zerg, but I didn't see his very late game against Protoss for a while. Like, you're right. I either got Colossus or a Storm, and so Socke is at this point where he gets like Storm and Colossus. So like he killed me right before I got to this point on the Relic. Like he just pushed right before I got the Colossus count up. So let's see how he will handle this. He definitely needs to get more Vikings. His Viking production is lacking for a while. He has only 1, and he gets 2 more now finally. But he will need more than 3. He probably should get a 2nd starport, but he's so low on minerals. Yeah. Really needs the 4th base to kick in.
It's been hard for him, considering the flow of this game and the fact that his 3rd base was really only the thing that was keeping him going. The 4th base, as you rightly pointed out, is a little bit later than expected.
Oh, what are the Colossus doing? Okay. They're like running forward. And they lost all their shields already.
Ooh, that was not too bad a storm, actually, considering... Yeah, and well, those 2 Archons do move forwards. That's tanking so much damage. As you said, only 3 Vikings here, really not dealing with this as aptly as they should be.
Yeah, he definitely needs more, but supply is so low for both players as they still only on 60 SCVs. If they would be both on 70, they would have much more supply overall because they could reinforce a bit quicker. But with this, I mean, it's not low economy, but it's not perfectly saturated, so both have a hard time to max out, actually, which is very interesting. Socke needs to be careful. If he walks down this ramp and gets EMP'd, everything could die, so...
Sends a few...
Or maybe feedback.
Nice storm.
Okay.
That was good. But everything's just going to get healed up after a while. Unless he takes advantage of it, but I don't think he's going to.
There are no turrets in the main base, so this Warp Prism could do a lot of damage. 700 minerals to warp in.
Yeah.
There we go, 4 zealots, and... a few at the bottom as well to harass the 3rd base.
Oh,
that's
cool
brilliant.
Move.
Yeah.
Very, very nicely done here by Socke, just splitting things up, and now he can even threaten at the 4th base if he wants to, because all the army is moving completely out of position.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's completely moving out of position. The 3rd base is still under fire of the zealots. The 4th base is about to fall, I believe. The command center, at least.
I think so. It's very close. He has to be careful about how he takes this engagement to his Marine. I will try and take out 2 of the Archons at the very top. The Vikings going to town on the Colossi, but there's just not enough of them. Socke, though, does get pushed back. I don't know how Marine keeps...
Well, there's a huge flank coming from the bottom as well. Like, HeroMarine is crazy, going crazy with his units. But as you said, the Colossus count keeps Socke alive, and I think at this point, HeroMarine doesn't have enough anti-air to kill the Colossus anymore. Oh, he kills the Ghost Academy. It's a cute move.
Certainly could do. This is
1 Colossus with only 1 HP, and it falls. Okay, he got it.
Well, again, this has been such a down-to-the-wire game, despite Socke looking in a very, very advantageous position. But the block off of this 4th base, I mean, this is his lifeblood right now for Marine. He needs this 4th base.
He needs this base, yeah. He does have a bunker at the 3rd, so Zealot harassment will be denied constantly at the 3rd. There's a turret as well, so Dark Templars are not an option. HeroMarine has so much gas, he should actually start to pull off Walkers out of gas and mine more minerals, because he has 2k. And now he lost the Ghost Academy in the main base, I believe. Oh yeah, that was a good call. and a really good shot by you,
Thank you
to get it. So yeah, now he can't even make Ghosts anymore, so... Yeah, and he doesn't have the Viking account either, so... I think Socke is slowly gaining ground here.
And there's 2 Colossi, 3 Colossi even now, providing a lot of firepower. Good false storms.
Wow.
And, I mean, that's just the nail in the coffin
so
for
lost
Marine.
Patience there.
Yeah.
You saw he was basically just standing in the storms.
Yeah, if it would have been a normal, like, equal engagement, he would have obviously been microing out that a little bit more. But no, feels that he was not able to stand toe-to-toe with that and had to try and, nothing.
Well, he's still staying in the game. But that was definitely a huge micro mistake there to walk into the storms. Socke gets a 5th base on the top left here, and HeroMarine has no clue about it. Like, he didn't actually was able to move out for, I don't know, like the last 20 minutes. Like his last push was at minute 8 with Stimpack, and since then he's just defending.
And that's not the comfort zone of Marine at all.
No.
He wants to be in your face. He wants to be aggressive. So Socke all game long. But look how long it's taken him to kill this guy.
Yeah.
It's a tough thing.
But it's a very nice game, I'd say.
Yeah.
Both play very well.
Both showing very, very high levels of play indeed. Socke now, though, he has a very strong army. 86 army supply against 76, but at the same time, those 3 Colossi are going to stand uncontested if we can take out the Vikings with the Storms, with the Blinks. We'll kill Viking after Viking, and the Zealots are going to tank up pretty much everything.
Very well done by Socke here.
Yeah.
And there were no Ghosts left anymore, as the Ghost Academy died as well, as we saw that. And yeah, I think the only one of the mistakes HeroMarine was that he didn't produce Vikings the whole time. Like, he was always low on the Viking count. So like those 3 Colossus we saw at the beginning, they were alive for so long. Like, it was pretty easy for Socke to take the fights, because the Colossus were always in the back killing a lot of stuff.
Very, very strong play by Socke, able to get up to that upgrade advantage. Imagine, though, if it had just been a normal played-out game and he didn't have that kind of upgrade pace at the very beginning. We saw Marine trying to take better engagements at the start, or at least trying to bring their pressure to him, but that 2-2 did finish up at quite a nice time during that game.
Perfect timing, actually. So. That's exactly when he needed it.
Yeah.
And HeroMarine took the trade before, like the very first attack he did. He basically wasted all his units. And as I said, against Colossus play, it might have been a good choice, but it was 2 forges with Council, which I guess he could have scouted it with a Reaper, but he was just a little bit unlucky that he only saw 1 forge, and then the scan was very late. So yeah, he took the gamble and didn't pay off. But still, the game was very close. The whole game, like, yeah, they were both kind of low eco, and fighting for everything. Like, always like 130 supply.
It was an impressive game to actually watch, considering that there was just trade after trade after trade. A lot of action indeed. But guys, for now, we're going to go to a short commercial break. And then when we're back, we're going to have game number 3 here from the grand final of EPS Germany Winter 2013.